Hello, everyone, and welcome to our weekly news harvest. Today, we're going to discuss three news, and today with me, Dimitro, and we're doing this offline in Budapest. So I think we will bring you fresh and freshly harvested news this summer. So let's start. Hello, Dimitro. How are you?
Hello, Igor. I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm really great. That's a summertime. It's quite hot out there, but
Yes.
I see a little bit of the slowdowns in the news, but still we have exciting stuff is happening around the world. And today we're going to discuss three of them.
Yes, sure. I mean, it's because it's summer, as you said. We were just discussing before starting to shoot this series of news, but we have not so many news, but very interesting. One of them is with Robinhood, as
Yeah.
far as I remember.
Yeah, that's correct. And Robinhood is well-known investment platform in the United States. I think they derived a little bit of the innovations by bringing the crypto. I was like discussing with my team several years ago, like what are the examples of the crypto usage that you have in mind, which is as business successful. Actually, Robinhood is one of them. They provided an ability for people to register and then do the wealth management, trade in stocks, trade in different types of assets. I think they have been really started to be popular and well known after the Game Shop news. I don't know if you're familiar with this case.
Yes, I'm familiar.
So for our listeners, there was a pretty big story about the GameStop. It's used to be a big shop in the United States which were trading the games, and it was kind of almost the series of the billionaires or billions, where the people were trading against like lowering price, higher price, and actually Robinhood has been caught in reverting the trades with the GameStop shares. But anyway, they come into European Union, and the news today is actually that they acquired two licenses with the Bank of Lithuania, and one of them is standard MiFID license, which allows them to operate and to provide the service to their customers in wealth management. But the second one is more interesting. Like,
It's MiCA, yes. It's a first crypto license in Lithuania, issued by Bank of Lithuania. For them, it was so. This news has two sides. First is because of this company who arrived, Robinhood, who arrived in Europe via Lithuania, standard flow, most of the times. Second is that Bank of Lithuania made the first, let's call it, prod release of crypto license. So they did it. So it's absolutely interesting news. I'm sure. I mean, knowing how Lithuanians are working in this field, how they're developing the license issuing and so on, I think it's just the first, the first round. We will see a lot of rounds soon where different companies will receive crypto licenses in Lithuania.
okay, that's a really interesting news, and I think we will see more as mushrooms after the rain licenses growing up on the market. And I think it's really good that well-established players from other regions are coming to European Union to kind of drive the competition and bring more experience with this type of the services, like with the assets and with the trading, which is a really good sign, which means European is adopting the regulation really well, and it shows the progress in this area. Maybe we will jump into the second topic or second news for today, which is Xero is acquiring Melio. That's Xero is accounting system from originally from New Zealand, and they acquired the payment institution in the United States. So what do you think about that?
I think, well, usually most of Australia, New Zealand companies and fintech companies, for them, is very logical to make expansion in North America. So acquiring a payment institution in a money service business, basically in United States, is a step further for them because this is the entry door for them on U.S. market. Guys from Australia and New Zealand all the time, they show that in different fields, not only fintech, showed that they are very stubborn. They can deliver absolutely great and wonderful and nice projects. So I will not be surprised if they will have big success in United States. And seems like United States is for the last period of time, for me, United States is not maybe the best market to enter right now. And but this guys proves that it can be wrong. So I wish them a lot of luck and good customers.
And I think it's a little bit different. They acquired the complementary business because
Yes.
actually Xero is accounting system and they're quite active in the United States, not even the States, but also in the European Union. It's less used than QuickBooks, I would say. But Xero is one to go accounting, cloud accounting system. So by acquiring the Melio, for astonishing $2.5 billion. They're actually extending their service into not just invoicing and accounting, but also collecting the payments. So I think it shows that they straightening their footprint in the United States, and it shows that the market is still quite active. Like,
I will not be surprised if they are developing some features like buy now, pay later inside of a system for entities.
actually, it sounds really familiar because we see, as a tech company, we see a lot of interest and appetite for inside of the merchant and acquiring system for buy now pay later approach. Because for B2C, a lot of companies are rolled out this business model. Like Middle East is growing, everyone knows Tamra, everyone knows the cases there, which are really successful. And Tamra is one of the biggest startup in Emirates so far. I cannot say what is the valuation, but that's the biggest valuation that they have on the market. And it's buy now, pay later platform. And I think what we see from the technology standpoint, business is trying to find out the similar model in other areas, like payments with the merchant. Because if you have recurring revenue with the payments, then it's much more easier to calculate your credit score, kind of scoring, and allow you a specific short-term loan almost for free, depends how you are building portfolio, but then drop it into the business model to allow additional revenue from kind of acquiring business. So yeah, it sounds logical, and might be that they thinking about not just for providing the accounting, but also extending into the payment collections and maybe essentially to buy now, pay later for the companies to make it easier. Because it's, while I've been talking, it reminds me a little bit of the Stripe Capital, because Stripe has kind of the similar flavor. They allowing you to acquire the payments with the different payment methods. I don't know, starting with the cards and then finishing WePay or whatever, even pretty close system merchant systems as from China. But they allowing you to go through the scoring process through the Stripe Capital and then have a short-term loans because they have a really good financial visibility about your standouts, like how you do, what is performance on your side.
Yeah, and the third one is a crypto news.
Yeah.
It's also linked with a crypto licensing, but right now not in Lithuania.
Yeah.
It's Austria.
Surprising.
Surprising location, yes. Bybit, he received a crypto license in Austria, and it proves that Austria can provide results, and not only Lithuania can be a path. I don't know why they choose Austria. Of course, there are some business reasons for this, but Bybit received the crypto licensing, and with passporting shows that they have big plans. I think guys in Binance right now are taking under the zoom on the what's happening there. Bybit proved for the last years that they can be a really heavy competitor for Binance. Bybit right now is very, very actively used by a lot of traders, a lot of individuals even. I know people who are switched from Binance to Bybit for several reasons. Of course, I know people who switched from Bybit to Binance, but Bybit proved that they can be a very heavy product, with a heavy team. And I just took a look how they are recruiting, how they are, managing the teams. They try to optimize and innovate at the same time, even here in recruiting and HR management. They're doing really, really good.
And additionally to this news, they established the headquarters in Vienna.
Yes.
So it's kind of overlaps. So by getting the license, by establishing the footprint with a physical presence and office, I think it shows that there is really big interest to be compliant with the European regulations, but also play European market, have a presence, and have a good trust in what they do. So it's astonishing news, and it's really great.
Austrians once again proved that they can be a very good image makers.
Yeah, that's always great. Marketing works. So thank you for joining our episode today. We were really glad to share the news with you. Please stay tuned, subscribe to our channel, follow us on LinkedIn, and stay with us for more content as a news harvest or bi-weekly podcast. And we will share various information to stay up to date with the recent developments in fintech world.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.